Holy PS4 order. This is all one order.
And I pulled all of it.
Good job, Colton. Look at that. That's all going to one person. This is a pretty big order. It's an international order, somehow. Our website hasn't been working for international orders for a long time, but somehow this one went through. It's an issue we've been trying to work on. Web developer can't replicate the problem. He'll put his address as Australia or Germany or whatever, and it always works for him.
Yeah,
we don't know what it is.
To try a VPN and then actually
because I've had
use an Australian
like that location. Yeah, somebody earlier today was like, hey, I want to purchase this, but it's not giving me options. And I was like, oh, there's no like shipping information on it. And I was like, try again. They're like, still same issue. And I was like, you know what? Give me your address. I'll just PayPal invoice you the shipping cost of the game because I'm so tired of like missing out on international sales.
Yeah.
We do have quite a big customer base from like Canada and Australia, and it sucks having to be like, hey, sorry, nope.
Yeah, not really sure what the issue is. It will be resolved because we're gonna have our entire website redone once we change our POS, and hopefully that's very soon. But this
is a POS.
is an awesome order.
It's going to a Baltic state, which is in Europe. I didn't want to say the exact one, but it borders the Mediterranean Sea.
Oh wow!
So
You better be careful. We don't want people to find this person.
there's 3 Baltic states. I think they're going to have time.
real close, okay?
Yeah.
And their
Stop
address
doxing our
is-
customers. But that is awesome. Thank you for your order. This is their first order from us as well. And they said that they're building a collection, and because of like import charges and stuff, it just makes more sense to do bigger orders. So hopefully we see more from them, and thank you so much. Jess!
Yeah.
I have 2 massive mystery boxes to pull. We have a $500 box and we have a $750 box, but I don't want to just put them all in at the same part of the video. I don't want a big chunk of cheese of just mystery boxes. So we're gonna split them up. We're gonna put them at separate places in the video.
Nice.
But this is cool. There's some good stuff. We're gonna start with the $500 box first. And they said, any Intellivision, Atari, or Nintendo console excluding Switch, or DS, Game Boy variants, any PlayStation, Xbox, Vita, PSP, games, movies, or TV shows. Games and first-party accessories, quantity. Wouldn't be opposed to a few quality titles, preferably though 2 factory-sealed GBA games if possible. Maybe a special edition or 2 for Xbox 360 or PS3. No worries if not, because my collection is a little under 600 games, but even if it's duplicates, I'll still be thrilled. I'll be thrilled I just have an addiction to your mystery boxes at this point. Got 2 for Christmas, another one on Tuesday for my birthday, so figured I'd splurge and buy myself one finally, since I keep receiving them as gifts. Factory sealed only, please. That's gonna be interesting. I'm a sealed only collector, which sounds goofy, but I like preserving them as they originally came. Nintendo Switch is the only thing I do not want. That is a very expensive hole I'm not ready to jump down yet from my collecting. Sir? Just wanted to say I love your videos on all 3 channels. Super stoked to see where y'all take it, especially with the Sit Cooper channel. So thank you. All right, so Max, let's get your order pulled. If you don't want it spoiled, skip ahead. So any Nintendo, PlayStation, or Xbox, excluding Switch, and they only want sealed. It's going to be very interesting. This is a $500 box, so we do have a lot to work with, but like the only sealed N64 games we have is Hydro Thunder and then All-Star Baseball. Not the best choices. That would take up most of the value in the box, and that's a sports game. So we're probably gonna have to skip like the older cartridge stuff. I do think we have a couple sealed Game Boy games that are a little bit cheaper, so we'll look at those too. But let's go through and start at the first cabinet here. And for GameCube, we only have a couple sealed games. So let's put in Bionicle Heroes. The other one's Karaoke Revolution Party, which is not great. And then this Need for Speed Most Wanted is in kind of rough condition. So I think for GameCube, we'll just go with this one. Plus, he said that he wanted more quantity and not quality. So I am going to be looking at sealed games that are on the cheaper side. So we're gonna pull a bunch from the sales floor as well, not just from the glass case. We have a few Wii games that are on the cheaper side. Heavy Fire, Samurai Warriors 3. Oh, that one says pre-owned, but that is most definitely factory sealed. We also have SSX Blur. What is this one? Tournament Pool. And then we'll probably grab some Wii U games as well. Gotta get an Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, but I'll grab one from the back because we have plenty of extras. And Here's one that's on the cheaper side, but is also a good game, Cars 3, Injustice, and Lego Batman 2 and Just Dance 2018. And then Zombie U and Your Shape Fitness Evolved. I'm gonna pull some from the cheaper section just to make sure that we actually get a bunch of stuff before we, pull more expensive ones. So we got Everybody Dance. I'm not seeing a ton of sealed stuff out here for PS3. That might actually be the only one, but we should have some PS2, RTX, Ski and Shoot. I don't know if he wanted Greatest Hits. I'm gonna skip that one, and that one's Tiger Woods. I'm gonna skip that. But World Championship Poker. And we have a few more here. I skipped a couple like Madden and NBA type stuff. Here's a whole nother big stack. And don't forget, he said he wanted quantity. I forgot to mention and show that he also picked up the factory sealed PS1 memory card that we've had for a little bit, which is very, very cool. We have a couple sealed PS1 games, not the best titles, but it's PS1. And a good little stack of PSP games and movies for him. So we got everything totaled up and then decided to add 3 more to finish off the box. So 2 Atari games and the 1 GBA. This brings the total to, what you said it was $598? Mm-hmm. $598 value for a $500 box. One of the most interesting boxes to pull. So Max, thank you for that. Thank you for your order. Happy birthday, and I hope you enjoy. So we just bought some Pokémon Packs. Some awesome stuff, a couple Evolving Skies, some 30 Sparks, 151, and then Breakpoint, which is a little bit older. I don't think we've actually ever had these in, which is kind of cool. And then we also bought a stack of cool singles, and they are not cheap ones. But they're all in pretty good condition, coming from one of our regular people that we deal with for cards. And actually, tomorrow, Bobby and I are going to the Front Row Card Show in Portland. Well, actually, by the time this video goes live, it was yesterday because it's on Saturday. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to try to take a bunch of singles, especially the Yu-Gi-Oh cards that we got recently. I'd like to try to sell those if we can. But I know that a lot of like the card vendors and stuff, they will pay very high percentages on things. And yeah, I'm just hoping to potentially do some trading, but selling is also good. We don't have a booth or anything. We're just gonna be walking around, but it should be a good time. I'm not sure if we're gonna film anything. Probably not, because we're gonna be tired. Gotta get up early, but it's gonna be a fun time.
Damn, that's cute.
You like that Pichu?
So cute.
That one came in the other day.
It's got double spirals right there.
I just heat pressed it though, because it had, like the dent that the cards get if they're like in a binder, like an old like 3-ring binder. It had that. So I heat pressed it. Came out pretty good. It's not perfect, but it was way worse.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
So it's looking pretty good now.
I like it.
Heck yeah. In our most recent shipment from Japan for like all the remat stuff, we also got these, and we've had these before, and we probably talked about them a while ago, but these are little Pikmin gummy candies. As you can see, the different Pikmin have different flavors. But if you've played Pikmin 4, then it might interest you to know that the white ones are like very sour. And I think that that is a super cute little fun way to like make these special, because you could turn anything into a gummy candy, but to tie it into the game like that, I think is super cool. And the other ones taste pretty good as well. Got orange grape. Looks like another orange. And an apple. I don't know what, I can't read them obviously, but that just looks like 2 different oranges. I'm sure one of them's like some sort of melon.
Melon.
Colton just finished filming all these beautiful trade-ins right here, but I want to give you guys just a little sneak peek overview since we're not showing them too much on the channel, but there's some cool stuff in here. And of course, if you want to see like the full trade-in clips, Double Jump Extras channel down below. We got some pretty sweet Super Nintendo games traded in though. Kirby Superstar, Secret of Evermore, Super Metroid, Yoshi's Island, Micro Machines, pretty uncommon game. So we got a lot of cool stuff there. We got some 3DS stuff. We got a bunch of manuals, some strategy guides, bunch of Animal Crossing Amiibo cards, and then Wild Arms 4, Baldur's Gate 2, Suikoden 4 and 5, some Time Splitter stuff for Xbox, some more Pokemon cards, of course, just lots of good stuff. And this is kind of how it is every day. So if you want to make sure that you're seeing everything we get in, make sure you're following the Double Jump Experts channel. Like I said, link is down below. All right, guys, it's time for the other mystery box. This one is $7.50 from Jonathan. He said, looking to rebuild my collection. Looking for GameCube, Sega Genesis, Wii, PS3, PS4, and Nintendo 64. No sports games, no manuals, okay. Looking for quantity over quality. Any genre is okay. But no sports, he said. All right, Jonathan, here we go. This is gonna end up being a huge mystery box if the guy wants quantity over quality for $750. I'm going to start with Wii, PS3, and PS4 because those are out on the sales floor, and then we'll finish off with stuff from the glass cases. Or wait, does he even want anything from the glass cases? Because he wants quantity, which usually means more for your money. So I should probably just pull from the cheaper stuff out here on the sales floor. I'm not just gonna pull the absolute cheapest titles because that's gonna end up being like Active Life Outdoor Challenge and Biggest Loser. I'm gonna try to get like titles that he might actually want to play from the collection, but we are going to try to get as much stuff as we can. So let's do 007, Avatar, Battle of Giants, Dinosaur Strike. We're gonna kind of go in that realm when we're picking stuff out here. Blazing Angels, Boom Blocks, very fun game. Build and Race, you kind of get it, but we're gonna pull stuff like that. Call of Duty 3, and we'll just go all the way down. Pulled a few more. So we got a bunch of Wii games to start, and then we're going over to PS3 next. All right, here we go. Arkham City, Arkham Asylum. Well, I don't know if he wants greatest hits. Let's go with the Black Label one. Battlefield, Borderlands. This is kind of how I've been doing it. Black Ops, Ghosts, Modern Warfare 2 and 3, Ooh. Crysis 2, Dark Sector, Dishonored, Skyrim, Escape Dead Island. I'm just gonna make a huge pile like that. And here we go for the PS3 stuff that I grabbed out. The Starhawk and Naruto, when I looked at them, they're like pretty poor condition on the artwork, so I switched them out for better copies. Luckily, we had a couple of each of those. Continuing on with PS4. For a lot of the sections, we have anything $15 or higher in the glass case, but that's not the same for PS4, Xbox One, PS5. So I have to pay a little bit more attention to the prices because I don't want to grab, you know, the expensive stuff like this because he wants quantity. So I'm going to be going a little bit slower on these, but I'm sure we can find some cool stuff. You know we gotta get 8-bit armies though. So here's the PS stuff that we have picked out. And then what's left on the list after all this stuff is GameCube, Sega Genesis, and N64. Save those for last because not only are they mostly in the cabinets, but also we don't have a lot for those systems that I can really pull out for quantity. Maybe Genesis, but I'm not sure if he's okay with loose cartridges. I assume so because he said no manuals are okay. Usually people that are collecting complete in box would want the manuals for cartridges, but so I think it'll be okay to do loose carts for those. But I know we're not gonna be able to get as much as we will for the disc-based stuff. So this is the majority of the box, but now we're going to fill out the rest with these other consoles. And especially for GameCube, there just isn't going to be a ton on the cheaper side. So I'm gonna pull what we can, but he's gonna have a lot more Wii than GameCube, for example. GameCube acquired. He's definitely gonna get the least amount for N64 versus everything because you can see how many empty gaps we have, and the bottom two shelves are mostly just sports games. So we're gonna have to see what we can do on basically this shelf only. So got what I could for N64, like I said, kind of tough to pull from. We also grabbed some Genesis games, and in my opinion, these are some of the best quality games out of the whole mystery box, but he specifically asked for quantity, so please keep that in mind, guys, right before you comment that this is the worst mystery box of all time. I get it, but he wanted quantity. So for the $750 price point for the box here, this is $904 worth of stuff. So, if this was your order, Jonathan, thank you so much. I hope that you enjoy, and congrats on building up your collection. There are certain consoles when people get mystery boxes, if they ask for quantity for PS4, for example, you still end up getting a bunch of quality titles because they just happen to be on that cheaper side. But in that box that we just pulled, there's like Far Cry and Last of Us and Fallout, and like there's still good stuff. It's when you get to like the older consoles when you're asking for quantity, usually you're gonna get a little bit more, you know, what you would consider filler. But obviously everyone collects differently, collects in different ways, and does things their own way, and that's perfectly fine, and that is super cool, and that's why I like collecting, because not everyone does it the same way. If everyone did, it would be boring. So
I'm a web developer now.
Abby may have fixed the international shipping problem.
Yes.
Because USPS was like changing a bunch of stuff recently with like the API whatever. And Abby was messaging with someone from Australia who was trying to buy something.
Which we mentioned earlier in the video. I was packing up.
Might have even been yesterday. I don't remember.
Okay.
It was either yesterday or earlier today.
Yeah.
But either way, she's messaging with this person and did like a workaround by just sending a PayPal invoice.
Yes.
But then she was looking at the thing and she like, it has like a USPS shipping thing, but then separately it had
Live
like a
rates.
USPS live rates, which that was not there before.
So I clicked add, and I saved it and fixed it. But
It fixed it at least for that person in Australia. So
Yes.
what we're asking of you guys is top link down below, goes to the website.
Go and
see
find
if you
something
can.
if you're from out of the country.
if you're not in the US and you were wanting to make a purchase, go see if you can, because
Yeah.
it should be working now, hopefully. And if it's not, shoot us an email. But if it is, leave a comment on this video letting us know that it worked.
I told Cooper, I was just like, okay, I fixed it. I'm IT web developer. Financially contribute to my pocket. And then he told me that he pays me in Pokemon cards.
And then I said, I'll financially contribite my foot to yo. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.
Oh my god, this is taking way too long.